What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Caleb, also known as Popo Patty, and in this video we are going to be taking a dive into a new camping overlanding rock landing setup I've been using in my Bronco. I just got back from the Rubicon Trail where I tested it out. We have some very new concepts that I wanted to try. We have the Milwaukee Packout system with some other mix match stuff to use for storing all of my gear for camping. We also have the all-new electric kitchen powered by Stoke Voltaics. This setup is clean, it's compact, and the big benefit that I really like, I have all the luxuries of my pull-out drawer system, slides from Diabolical, fridge, etc. But all of this stuff costs half, if not less, than the price of a full permanent pull-out drawer system that people install on their Jeeps and Broncos. The benefit of this system as well, not only the price, but I can just pull this out and put it in my garage when I'm done with the trails, and I still have the entire free trunk available for my grocery runs, hauling my kids around, etc. Or if you're like me and you've got a hobby and you've got a lot of projects, I can pull these drawers out, this whole kitchen setup, this whole camping setup, and put it into my other Bronco or another vehicle, a friend's vehicle, and just go. It takes about 10 minutes to swap into the garage or into a friend's vehicle, and we're good to go. It keeps the all-around use of your daily driver, so you can use it for camping and just daily tasks, which is pretty freaking awesome in my opinion. So again, guys, this drawer system all in cost about $700 for all the pack out equipment and some of the other stuff I have in the back I'll show you. It also pairs very well with my Diabolical slipstream and my slide and my Ford factory tailgate as well. So we're gonna take a dive into this system, the benefits and the drawbacks, and we're gonna talk about the electrical cooking setup I have as well with the benefits and drawbacks of that. So let's go. So we're gonna start with talking about the Diabolical slipstream. Now this slipstream is removable. It comes out really quickly, but when it's in place, it doubles as a shelf, and I can store a lot of my stuff up here. I have the Milwaukee milk crate, for lack of a better word. I have my battery packs. I have these just random accessory holders. I have my recovery gear in the back. I have another drawer system in the back. It works pretty well. We're gonna get into that later, but I have the slide out right here from Diabolical, and this sucker just pulls out and it locks into place. And when it's pulled out, I can access my fridge, and this fridge is powered solely by a Jackery 300 right here. And this thing has been running on its own since, it powered the fridge throughout a 2-day camping trip on the Rubicon with no issues. It charges from the Ford as I'm driving, and then when I'm not driving, it just runs the fridge by itself. It's gone through 2 nights now. It's at 50%. It's 90 degrees right now, so it's doing pretty well, keeping this fridge cool to 36 degrees. So starting with the back, in this Diabolical slide out, I have a jack. This is a power built jack sold by Motley Industries. And then I have the Dometic 3-gallon jug back here as well. This jug, I was a little skeptical at first, but it's awesome. It's got a vent, it's got a quick disconnect line, and I'm gonna show you how I use this for my kitchen right now. So it's really easy. In the top drawer, I have my faucet, magnetic base. It goes right to this plate I have here with some adhesive. And then I have on the top drawer, my line. This is quick disconnect. It literally just pushes right in, open up the vent, run your line. This works with the slipstream system closed or open. Connect the tube. And then for clean looks, I'll just run it towards the back, out of the way. And again, we can close this system as well. It doesn't have to be open. And when it's closed, just tap, let it pull the water up because it's empty right now, and then you have running water. 3 gallons worth, and then if you need to add more, just bring some extra 1 gallon jugs. The benefit of this system is I don't have to pull water out and set it up somewhere. It can just be here when I need it. It's quick setup and tear down. I mean, if you want to get weird with it, you can take a shower. I'm not going to do that for you right now. You guys know how to take a shower. And again, tear down, very easy. You just come back here. If you can reach it, cool. Pop the disconnect off, close the vent. Then you want to run the water out from the line. And then just shake it out and put it back. So now, showing the actual Packout itself, I have two things. On the top here, this is my air up, air down kit. I do have that mounted compressor, but this has my line, my glue tread, tire patch kit, everything I need, valve stems, it's all in here. It comes out really easily, and then it locks back into place. On this side, this is just kind of accessories for cooking. For this trip, I decided to do some bags, tea, had my pre-sorted coffee beans, and yeah, worked out well. You're probably wondering why I have normal coffee beans. Well, that's because I'm bougie like that, and I carry a grinder. Pops back into place. On the top drawer, again, I have my faucet and my hose. I have spare tin foil, that's quite a bit. I just folded it up. I have my cooking supplies. These are my knives, utensils, cutting boards, all that kind of stuff. I have a tray underneath here that folds up. That is for washing dishes in. I have spare bags, Ziploc baggies, garbage baggies. Again, it closes and it pushes shut. It does have this locking mechanism. It's hard to use though with the slipstream, but I haven't found this to be an issue opening at all. On the bottom, I have my mugs, 2 of them, because me and my brother both camped this trip. I have all my body wash stuff, dishwashing stuff. I have more utensils, bowls, plates. It's all in here. And then we'll talk about more about this later, but this is the Stoke Voltaics French press / water heater. And it actually worked pretty well. So that all goes in there. I have a small folding table that just stuffs in between the fridge and the Packout. And again, this is a Packout. It all comes out in just a few minutes. I just put a small bungee on the back side to keep this in place, but alone its weight, which is probably about 40 pounds filled up, it's not going anywhere. It only has a couple inches to the top. This fits perfectly. There was no rattling. There was none of that kind of issue on the trail. It was honestly perfect. Coming to the tailgate, I have my paper towel holder. It fits even with the drawer all the way out. I just got some small parts and stuff in here. I usually keep a shovel here. I pulled it out to kill a snake on the trail, rattlesnake that came into camp. I have not put it back yet. This comes down, holds 25 pounds. It's where I do a lot of my cooking that you'll see. So I'll leave this down for now. This does not rattle at all either on the Rubicon. It's been great. Now coming to the top, again, I have this just container. I have some bungees in there. I had some electrical wiring in there earlier, some wipes, pretty simple. Toss that out of the way. Right here, I have the milk crate. So in here, I'm fancy like that. I have some cords and cables for my solar panels to keep my batteries topped off. I have a Diabolical light. This goes in the tent. I have a toaster because again, I'm bougie like that, and that powers off my Jackery 1000 I'll show you. And then this is going to be my camp kitchen cooking stuff. I'll show you that right now. So this system is by Stoke Voltaics. It was sold on Amazon. I saw an ad, I bought it, and I kind of loved it. The drawback to this system is it's only good for like 2 people because both the hot water heater and this pot and pan setup, they're pretty small. So if you have a bigger family, I'd recommend looking for a bigger set, but this is just fine for me when I go out on my trips. Put the bag aside. You have a skillet. I cooked some hot dogs on this. It worked fine. And then you have this bowl that has a lid that goes on both. And then inside you have the cooking element. So the idea is you plug this into the Jackery 1000. This goes on top, and then it cooks. And it has different settings. I'll show you that in some B-roll from the Rubicon that I took. It has, I think, several different wattage settings that take up different levels of power for different levels of heat. And then the cool thing is, when you need to move it, it's got this grabber. Good to go. Comes right off. Now with that cooking setup, it worked pretty well. It cooked everything quickly. I didn't have any issues with it, but it does use a lot of power. So to power that, just for all my camera gear, my cooking supplies, all that stuff you just saw, I have this Jackery 1000 version 2. Now this unit, hopefully you can see it, is a little dusty from the trail, but I cooked breakfast, dinner, and snacks, and I still have 73% battery left without recharging whatsoever. So this is enough to last you quite a while. And that's with the toaster, the hot water heater, and cooking the hot dogs, some bagels, a bunch of stuff. Take that out. Behind this, I have some odds and ends, jump starter, hatchet, that's in the side. Right here, Factor 55 tool kit. Love this kit. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but it is a great kit to have. Now in the back, I have a soft top, and it was hard to find a drawer system that would fit in here underneath this hatch because it's a small space with the slipstream. The Packout from Milwaukee was too big for this section. But I found out that the DeWalt Tough System 2.0 two-drawer system, very long name, fits in this space perfectly. And up in the top, I have all my breads, my bagels, and in the bottom shelf, I didn't really have much. Right now it's empty, but I had some snacks in there earlier. Extra space. Now this hot water heater from Stoke Voltaics, it's pretty interesting. It only boils up to 16 ounces of water, but it does it pretty fast on the high setting. So it uses about 400 to 500 watts of energy while it's running. And it boiled me water in about 5 minutes. So I was able to have 2 pots of coffee within a 10-minute period. And that was enough for me and my brother to both run coffee. I have like 4 cups of coffee total. So it was plenty, it worked fine. It has these different settings, drink, eat, pop. The switch is a little bit cheap, but it works. I just leave it on drink. It has drink, eat, pop. You can theoretically cook food in this on the eat setting and pop popcorn on the pop setting. I don't like to mix my coffee with my popcorn oily residue, so I'm just gonna use this for hot water and coffee only. And it has a built-in French press. So that is the setup I have in the back of my Bronco. It will probably work in Jeeps as well. I loved it. I tried it out on the Rubicon, like I said. So let's talk about the pros and the cons. The pros, if you live in a fire restricted area like me, all electric cooking, I don't have to worry about propane. I don't have to worry about permits. I don't have to worry about fires. I don't have to worry about wind. None of that is an issue. I just have to make sure I have enough battery to get me through, which leads me into the flip side of that, the con. You need a battery, and batteries are expensive. But the pro, again, I don't have to worry about all those propane tanks and always having to find space for them. They're rattling around. They're annoying for me, at least. The other pro to this setup is it's modular. You can kind of make it what you want, and you can move it around and adjust it as necessary. I have the full convenience of a drawer system, which helps so much with my organization on the trail. It's honestly incredible. Like, I love this. It's cheaper than a full permanent system, and it's also compact, but still pretty capable. It's like the sweet spot for me, at least. Let's talk about another con, and that is capacity. The electric cooking system just it's not big enough for a whole family unless you're going to be cooking multiple things again and again and again. So keep that in mind. If you have 4 or 5 people that you're cooking for, this system from Stoke Voltaics is not going to be big enough. But if it's just you or a second person, maybe even a third, you'll be fine. And it worked well for me and my brother on the trail. Another thing I don't know much about, but is reliability. How reliable will this system be long term? The price was pretty cheap. The cooking setup was $239 on Amazon, and this by itself was $100. So this was definitely the pricey thing, but again, so convenient. And it saves me room. You could just get a cheap hot water kettle and a French press, but then you have 2 items that you have to pack. This is just 1. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you have a Bronco and you want to know specifically what systems I have here and how they fit with the dimensions and all that, I will gladly respond in the comments and let you know. The benefits to this system are awesome. I loved it. I'm going to be using it full time now for the foreseeable future. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Cool your ash, pack your trash, and guys, I will see you on the trails.